Good morning and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, bringing you daily tips and advice on career, self-improvement, health, family care, and so much more. On today's show, a simple plan to save money, where to get scholarships for working moms, me scooting around town, also a way to afford and manage family health care costs. All that and more today on The Balancing Act, coming up. Good morning. Welcome to The Balancing Act. Money isn't everything, but financial security is a high priority for most women. Yet month after month, many women are depositing their paychecks directly into old-fashioned checking accounts, and, well, you know what happens once it's there. It just gets spent. You pay your bills every month, maybe even through automatically scheduled payments, but the rest of it seems to vanish on impulse buys. I know about those shoes. I suffer too. And, of course, expensive morning coffees. Well, we all have good intentions, but we may never get around to transferring any extra cash into our savings, where it could really do some good for our future. I'm joined today by Rajiv, Jhuri, president of First National Bank of Omaha, and he's here with Nakamura, senior vice president of e-business. Now, what is the biggest problem women have when they're managing their money?
Well, savings. They spend all the money that they get. I invite all women to save something every month, every week, however small, even if it's $20 a week. It all adds up. Put it in an online savings account which pays the highest interest in the nation, almost 8 to 9 times the national average. Link that to a bill payment account, which also pays interest. Use that to make payments to the regular mortgages, autos, whatever it is. And then when they use a credit card, while spending money, once again save some money by getting cash back, which goes into the interest paying savings account.
Okay, so First National Bank is providing some very high-tech tools for women to, just by their banking options, be able to keep more of their money. So what your suggestion is, we take our paychecks, get it right way online into a savings account online. Take the portion that we need to pay the bills, just click and drag that over into our bill paying account. Use a credit card that gives us cash back. So we're not only making high interest on the savings account, a different interest rate on the bill paying, but we're also making money on the credit card, Robin. Is this true?
Yes, it's very convenient, all in one place, through your fingertips, FNBO Direct. And I think, you know, women should look at, of all the mothers, 70% are working today. And of that 70%, 56% have babies. So time is a real challenge for them, and they need that convenience to pay their bills just in time. They can schedule as a recurring payment. It's a great, convenient tool for them to manage their money and save.
Your bank have really been leaders in helping women become very astute financially. At the beginning, in 1913, you started marketing to women? That's
correct. Long before it was popular for women to bank, we created a division just for women, served by women and for women to do their banking.
The First National Bank of Omaha had a ladies' bank. I love that. Okay, so now, jump forward almost 100 years later, you've moved into the next millennium, and you're teaching women how they can make money with their bank if they're using the right high-tech tools. Is that correct?
That's correct. They just log on to www.fnbodirect.com, set up an account, set up a bill pay account, and also get a credit card. And they're on their way to saving money. If they just save a little here and there, it'll add up to quite a bit over time.
Well, with very little time left, what do you say to people who are still nervous about the safety of online banking?
Well, our process is safe and secure every step of the way. We're FDIC insured, and Bankrate.com, which is a well-respected financial resource, gives us 4 stars out of 5, and that's only one other bank is rated higher than our bank.
Well, that's wonderful news and good news for women. Thank you both of you for being here. So it's First National Bank of Omaha, helping us save money. Now stop buying those shoes and we'd do so much better.
Did you know that almost 3 million school days are lost because of pink eye? You've probably heard of this condition, which is medically known as bacterial conjunctivitis. It's an inflammation or infection of the eye that can be very contagious, especially in children. Unfortunately, treating pink eye can be challenging because children don't normally like to sit still for eye drops. Up next, we're going to talk about the latest treatment option available for this condition. And with me now is Dr. Terrence O'Brien. Doctor, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Now, what causes bacterial conjunctivitis?
Well, bacterial conjunctivitis is an acute inflammation of the lining of the eye called the conjunctiva that is typically caused by one or more common bacteria that may also cause other infections of the eye. There are certain times of the year, especially during and right after cold and flu season, where these infections may become rampant and widespread in the community.
Okay, for people listening, how do they know if they have pink eye?
Well, it's certainly not pleasant if you should contract pink eye because you often will awaken with a crusted, matted lid that is shut closed with a gooey discharge. There may be material that's crusted along the eyelids and lashes. It may be difficult to open the eye upon awakening, and you may have some variable burning symptoms, also irritation, a foreign body sensation, sometimes even some sensitivity to light.
Okay, and does it spread easily?
Yes, absolutely. One of the fears is that this can be spread rapidly, not only from patient to patient, but from eye to eye and to members of an individual's family, especially if there's sharing of towels or materials that are jointly used by family members.
Okay, and rubbing our eyes is not good either, right?
No, yes, you should avoid rubbing the eye because that's a very effective way to spread the bacteria from hand to eye contact.
Okay, so what's the best way to treat pink eye quickly?
Well, first, see your eye doctor to make certain that the diagnosis of acute bacterial conjunctivitis is correct. And once your doctor has made that diagnosis, a prescription eye drop such as Azocyte or azithromycin 1%, which is available via prescription, can be applied. The nice thing about this preparation is that fewer drops are required for the full treatment course. Just one drop twice a day for 2 days, then once a day for 5 days. So a total of just 9 drops, whereas other commonly administered antibiotics would require up to 21 drops or more. And for a busy household, especially when prescribing this to children,
Right.
where each drop may be a battle to get the drop to the site of activity, this is a major improvement in compliance and also much easier to balance the eye drop prescription regimen.
Well, thank you, and to find this product, where do we go?
Well, to your eye doctor where it's available via prescription, but also if you want more information about this particular active ingredient, go to azocyte.com where you will see the full prescribing information available.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Azocyte 1% is indicated for the treatment of bacterial conjunctivitis in adults and children 1 year of age and older, for use as an eye drop only. Azocyte is not for everyone. The most common side effect of Azocyte is eye irritation. Other side effects are burning, stinging, irritation upon installation, skin irritation, corneal erosion, dry eye, decrease in sense of taste, nasal congestion, eye discharge, inflammation of the cornea, and sinus inflammation. Ask your doctor if Azocyte is right for you.
Not everything in life can be planned for. We're here today to talk about how you can plan for health care expenses that might come up. Whether it's an unexpected trip to the dentist, ouch, I do hate those, vision correction for better eyesight, a cosmetic procedure to look your best, or even a pet emergency. Now there's a payment option called Care Credit that can help you be ready. Marjorie Rosser is our source for information about Care Credit. Welcome, Marjorie.
Thank you.
So what exactly is Care Credit?
Well, Care Credit is a credit card that is used to finance out-of-pocket health care expenses. But there are two distinct benefits to Care Credit. One, it's exclusively for health care, so you can use it as a great tool to keep track of your health care expenses, as well as every time you use your Care Credit card, you're eligible for interest-free financing.
No interest at all?
No interest financing.
For how long?
Well, the term can vary. It's at least 90 days, though, of no interest financing. So, of course, you have to make a minimum monthly payment, of course, and you also want to make sure that you pay off that promotion by the end of the promotional period.
So if you have these unexpected health care costs, you have a way to defer the payments until you're able and well enough to pay them off.
You do.
Now,
you do.
who is Care Credit for?
Well, Care Credit is for all types of folks. You know, one distinct group that Care Credit is good for is people who have, you know, good health care insurance, but need a little help in financing the out-of-pocket portion, the portion their insurance doesn't cover.
Right.
Additionally, if you don't have health care insurance, you can use Care Credit in those circumstances when you go to the dentist or the LASIK surgeon or the vet for your pets. And third, there are also people who just want to be smart money managers and, you know, kind of use their money in other ways, invest it and float that money and not pay that interest.
For that time period.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
great idea. How do people find out about Care Credit?
Lots of ways to find out about Care Credit. You know, one, you can certainly call us, or you can visit our website, carecredit.com. And also, we have over 90,000 healthcare providers across the United States that accept Care Credit. So you can go to any healthcare provider's office that offers Care Credit and fill out an application right there.
You've been around for a while, too.
We have been. We're a well-established company. We're part of GE, and Care Credit has been doing this for over 20 years. So we have every major endorsement from the American Dental Association to the American Society of Plastic Surgery, and we've been doing this for quite some time.
Can you give me an example of where Care Credit was really helpful to someone?
Yeah, we hear these stories all the time from our cardholders where someone kind of gets in a jam and needs to utilize Care Credit. For example, there was one woman whose son was going off to college and he went for his last dental visit and the dentist said he needed all of his wisdom teeth removed right then. Yeah,
And she had college
yeah,
looming right there.
Yeah, that's a significant expense when she just paid for college. So she was able to open up a Care Credit account and use Care Credit to take care of that need.
I bet she was happy on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us, Marjorie. It's nice to know that there is somebody supporting us as these healthcare bills come flying in for women. It's in the news every day. Gasoline prices are sky high. There's too much pollution in our cities and towns and too much traffic congestion on the roads. Now, you might feel powerless to help address these issues, but you're not. There is an alternative mode of transportation to use around town that brings great benefit to the environment, your pocketbook, and your spirits. Here to explain is Tony Capadonna from Piaggio, the makers of Vespa, on these beautiful Vespas. Thanks for being here, Tony.
Thank you, Wendy.
We are sitting on two gorgeous machines, and let me ask you this question. I have been aware and been riding Vespas in Europe for many, many years. Why is it new to America?
I think the Europeans have embraced the idea earlier because of the fuel prices being much higher in Europe and the inability to park, the parking problems. Now that the United States is having some of the same problems, they're embracing the issues.
All of a sudden, we're looking a little closer at scooters. Now, scooters are different from motorcycles in what way?
Well, for starters,
They're cuter.
yeah. For starters, it's much easier. There's no shifting. You twist the throttle, you go. You hit the brakes, you stop. Sort of like riding a bicycle.
Right.
And another thing is the weight of a scooter is much lower, so it's easier to balance and easier to maneuver.
Yeah, I was actually not picking them up, but moving these around pretty easily earlier when we were setting up. In fact, Tony, earlier today, take a look at these pictures. I had ridden one down the street in just seconds. I was up and going. It was very easy, very comfortable.
Yeah, you were a natural. It's really quite simple to ride. It's just twist and go throttle and hit the brakes, you stop.
And you see the smile on my face? I'm
Yeah.
certainly enjoying myself out there.
That's great.
It's fun. I want one of these. This is so much fun. Who's your demographic? Who are buying these things?
Everyone buys them. We find that it's starting to shift, though. We're seeing people that were buying them mainly as toys and weekend fun, and it's shifting more and more to people that are using them as daily transportation.
And how far can they go? And what is the gas mileage?
You're going to get 70 plus miles to the gallon.
70 miles
Yeah,
to the
it's-
gallon? Did you hear that? 70 miles to the gallon. Wow, that's great. And what kind of speeds do they travel?
You can get in excess of 75 miles an hour with the model I'm on.
Wow. And so some of the base starter models, how fast do they go?
That one is about 38, 40 miles an hour.
You know, I don't want to go any faster than 38 or 40 miles an hour. Now, I know that you've even taken your children on these with helmets, of course.
Yes, of course.
So you could use them for school shuttles, etc.?
Absolutely.
If you live in a place with good weather, of course.
Like Florida.
Like Florida or California and everything else in between. That's a little further south. What do these retail for?
They start at $31.99 for the base model, and they go up to beyond $59.99 for the model I'm on, the GTS.
That's the serious one that goes 76 miles
Yes.
an hour. Yeah, it's for the guys, okay? Get that one for your husband. So overall, do you see an increase in scooter use, and what are your emissions like? Are we protecting the planet or just having fun here?
Oh, absolutely. If just 10% of the miles driven in the United States were on scooters, we would reduce fuel consumption by 14 million gallons a day.
Oh, that's amazing. Where do people go to find out more?
You can go to VespaUSA.com.
VespaUSA.com. I'm going to be driving there very soon. Thank you, Tony, for being with us.
Here's a green shopping tip for you. Did you know that a family of 4 can save $2,000 a year in the supermarket by choosing larger sizes instead of individual serving sizes? That's because 10 cents of every shopping dollar is used to pay for packaging. Small sizes use more packaging for each ounce of product than larger sizes. So if you buy large sizes, you save money, reduce waste, and help the environment. And that's great green news. Women make up half the workforce in this country, yet 60% of all working mothers make less than $30,000 a year. That's because many of them lack the education they need to advance. But there's a company and several universities that are offering a way to break the cycle of undereducation and underemployment. Now, what are they doing? Well, let's find out together. This is Terrence Thomas from elearners.com, an organization that helps connect students with online educational opportunities. Hi, Terrence.
Hello, Kim.
Now, why is it hard for many of these working moms to get ahead?
Yeah, well, if you look at the data, about 1/3 of all working mothers have a bachelor's degree. That means 2/3 don't. And with that lack of a bachelor's degree, it means you're going to be stuck in mostly jobs that we call a cycle of underemployment. And with that cycle of underemployment, they're underemployed, they're undereducated, they can't get the jobs they need to have a level of income to support their life.
But if they're a working mother, let's say they're a little bit older and they're a working mother, it's hard to find time to go back to school. Is that the problem?
That is the problem. And currently, today's education, if you look at traditional brick and mortar, really wasn't built around the busy parent, the busy mother with the children, et cetera, and the jobs. With online education, however, we find that most working parents can go back to school, working moms, to find a degree and a career that really suits their needs.
So tell me a little bit about your elearners.com.
Yes, elearners.com is a online degree directory. We have 200 colleges that we work with, 2,500 online degree programs, ranging from courses, certificates, associates, bachelor's, master's degree, even doctorate programs.
Really?
Correct, correct. So users can come to our site, find a degree that really suits their needs, to help them with a career maybe that they want to go into, or they want to get a promotion within their career. And once they go through our site, they can find the degree program that really suits their needs, and they can start the application process.
So it's a user-friendly site that sort of figures out where you want to be and what you're thinking of where you want to go.
Correct, correct. So it's organized, very user-friendly, very intuitive. It's hierarchical, so from arts and humanities, business programs, nursing programs, psychology programs, and everything in between. And users can come find a program that they really, like I said before, like, and once they find that program, they can start the dialogue with the school and start the enrollment process.
So I understand that there's scholarship money available?
That is correct. We have $2 million in scholarships that are given by 3 really visionary universities that we work with: DeVry University, American Intercontinental University, and Walden University. Users, to apply for a scholarship, users have to come to our site, go to www.projectworkingmom.com, find a program that fits them. We'll match you with one of the schools that we work with, and then complete an essay. And the essay, you have to describe how online education can improve your life.
Okay, and is there a way that we'll be able to find out or follow along with these scholarship winners? This would be great.
Yes, Kim. In fact, we'll be back on the Balancing Act to award the recipients of the scholarships. The 3 universities will be back here, and we'll have some recipients here. That should happen pretty soon.
That's really nice. That's really a nice way to have someone who didn't really think she had an opportunity to do anything more with her life, all of a sudden to be able to see that.
Correct.
Really good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terrence.
All right.
Well, our time is up today on the Balancing Act, but you can tune in to us every weekday to find out more interesting information on lifestyle, health, beauty, technology, finance, career options, and everything else women want to hear about. I'm Kim Alexis. We'll see you next time on the Balancing Act.